Welcome to another episode of Learning Cryptic Crosswords. We're going to solve another cryptic crossword today. If you don't know what cryptic crosswords are, they're a style of crossword popular in the UK where the clues are little puzzles in and of themselves in order to get you the answer. You can see in the description below a link to the app I'm using and to another app that actually lets you learn how to solve them with like detailed instructions. You can also just check out my videos and see how I go about figuring them out and hopefully find it interesting. All right, let's solve this crossword. So, first clue, floral tribute from the war wounded. Floral tribute, wreath. Wreath is a floral tribute and fits 6 letters. How do we get a wreath? So W, yes. Floral tribute is a wreath, and the way we get that is we take the letters in the war, and if we wound them, as in rearrange their parts a bit, we get wreath. So that's the answer. Let's try one of these down clues. Right commercial, I repeated spokes. Right commercial, I repeated spokes. Radii, like plural of radius. So right is the letter R. It's off, the direction right is often abbreviated R. And then commercial is an add. And then I repeated is I. So we get radii. All right. Ocean 10 naturally includes aerial. Ocean 10 naturally includes aerial. Ocean 10 naturally, those 3 words, include inside them a word for aerial, which is a British term for an antenna. You can see at the end of ocean, we have A-N-T-E-N-N-A-T. N-A, sorry, not T. Oops, we already have an A, so we need an, come on, antenna. All right. Chaos from tops of high active voltage overhead cables. Chaos from tops of, yes. The answer is havoc, which is a synonym for chaos, and we get it from the tops, as in the first letters of high active voltage overhead cables. H-A-V-O-C. Let's solve these across here. Current reversed to run a newspaper. A current is a tide. So if we look at the letters we have available, if we reverse them, we have T blank, D blank, and we can fit I and E in there. And of course, to run a newspaper is to edit it. Sure, let's try this one across here. Core, it's broken in by way of the old queen. Well, I think I can figure this out pretty easily. The old queen, of course, starting with a V, is Victoria. And let's see how we get that exactly. So core, it's broken is going to be, so C-O-R-I-T are all in the word Victoria. Broken in by way of. Via is by way of, V-I-A. And if we put a broken version of core its, or core it, excuse me, rearranged inside the word via, we get the name of the old queen, which is Victoria. Yeah, let's try this one here. In dewdrop in a clean top. So I'm guessing dewdrop in a clean top. Pinnacle. In dewdrop in a clean. We get the top of something, which is a pinnacle. Cool. Excellent. Let's go, whoops. There we go. Let's go with this guy. Shakespeare play live in broadcast match. Shakespeare play live in broadcast match. So this answer could be the name of a Shakespeare play, perhaps. Hamlet. Well, obviously not Hamlet, but Macbeth. Macbeth fits. Does Macbeth in broadcast match? Broadcast. To broadcast is to air. I mean, it's almost certainly Macbeth. That's the only, I think, Shakespeare play. Live in a broadcast match. Let's put the answer in and then figure out why that's the answer. Shakespeare play live on broadcast match. So match is... Oh, live, I see, not live. So the surface reading of a clue can really mislead you if you just read it grammatically. You really have to like think about how you can break it down into its components or into some, you know, cryptic reading of it. So in this case, to live is to be. And if you put, if you broadcast, as in you cast about the letters of the word match, you get, you know, M-A-C-T-H, and you put to be or to live or be inside those letters, and you get Macbeth. So you can probably tell half the fun of these puzzles is actually figuring out why the clue gets you that answer and not just figuring out what the answer is, which you can often do just by guessing from the letters you've revealed already. All right, let's keep going. Oddly amused Gorgon. Medusa. So Medusa obviously fits. Medusa is a Gorgon. Oh, and if you take the letters in amused and you put them in an odd order, you get Medusa. Cool. All right, let's do these down clues. Go under doctor, not someone else's. Go under doctor, not someone else's. So not someone else's is like ours or our. Go under. So go under is probably... Go under could be drown. Own. So your own is not someone else's. And doctor is DR. So to go under is to drown. Miss ice breaking, earthquake like. Miss ice breaking, 7 letters. That's that 7 in parentheses at the end of the clue there. So I'm guessing that something that's earthquake-like is made up from the letters in Miss Ice if you break them apart and put them in different order. So, Miss Ice breaking. Seismic? Seismic, yeah, we have the C there. So it's seismic. Something that is seismic is earthquake-like. Unfeeling figure, missing. Numb, unfeeling figure, missing. So unfeeling is probably a definition, and the answer is probably numb, because of, you know, the letters we've revealed already let us kind of figure that out. Figure, missing. So there's some word that includes the letters in the word numb and also letters ER that's a synonym for figure. Oh, number. A number is a figure, like, yeah. So yeah, the answer is numb. We got it figured out. All right, let's try as big a cross clue, which should hopefully unlock the bottom of the crossword for us. Hesitate can mix a drug causing reversible loss of sensation. hesitate, can mix a drug causing reversible loss of sensation. 11 letters. Do we have 11 letters? Hesitate can has 11 letters in it. And if you mix it, does that get us a drug causing reversible loss of sensation? So what's a drug causing reversible loss of sensation? Like lidocaine, novocaine, what's anesthetic? Anesthetic. You can make anesthetic out of the letters of hesitate can if you mix them all together. All right. And now I'm trying to remember how to spell anesthetic. Anesthetic. I think that's right. We'll find out at some point. All right, where do we go from here? Let's go there. Pungent solution in gammon, I admit. Well, I think that one's pretty obvious. That's going to be a pungent solution is going to be ammonia in the letters of gammon, I admit. A-M-M-O-N-I-A. Ammonia. Pretty straightforward. All right, cowboy beneath this. Cowboy beneath this, question mark. Saddle? Saddle's not 7 letters, I don't think. What is a cowboy beneath? Presumably a cow at some point. Not sure. We'll just go on to the next one. Aunt set out for lockjaw. Aunt set out for lockjaw. Oh, yes. So lockjaw is a condition you get if you have tetanus. And if you take the letters in aunt set and you put them out of order, you get tetanus. All right, let's try these across clues here. Middle East states oxygen guy. A Middle East state is Oman, and the way we figure that out is that you have oxygen, whose periodic table abbreviation is the letter O, and a guy is a man, most of the time, depending on your English dialect, possibly. So we get Oman. Breakdown of mutant snail, say. Breakdown of mutant snail, say. I'm guessing the definition is breakdown and a snail. So snail, say, could either mean that we are looking for a homophone for a word that means snail, and hence you say it the same, or it could mean that snail is an example of a category, and we have to figure out what category it is, say like mollusk, or, you know, I mean mollusk, or I don't know what other category snails fall into. So let's see, breakdown of mutant snail, say. I don't see anything that adds up to 8 letters here, so it's probably not an anagram. Breakdown of mutant snail, say. Not sure. Let's see if we can solve some others, get some more letters, and hopefully that'll help us try to figure that out. Big gun made of tin? No, in France. Big gun made of tin? No, in France. Let's think about that for a sec. Oh, what is no in France? Non, right? N-O-N. So this probably cannon. Tin, yes. So tin often, I always forget this. So a British term for tin is, for can, excuse me, is tin. It's like a tin of beans. I guess that's, you hear that in the US sometimes too, but not that often. So tin is a can, And no in France would be non, N-O-N. And a big gun is a cannon. Let's try this vertical clue. Artificial fiber from north only, maybe. Nylon, right? So north is letter N, abbreviation for north. And only maybe would mean the letters in the word only may be in some other order. So we get nylon. Let's go over here. Oh, this is a breakdown of mutant snail say. Oh, so snail say is 8 letters. I didn't notice that because I was reading it as a say as an indicator instead of part of the wordplay. And so a mutant version of snail say is going to get us breakdown, which let's see if we can figure out what this anagram is. Analysis. And then, right, so not breakdown as in like a emotional breakdown, but a breakdown as in a intellectual breaking down of some problem. So it's gonna be, how do you spell analysis? Analysis. Is that right? That doesn't look right. I think it's Y and then I. There we go. That looks better. Let's go over here, see if we can get one more letter for that cowboy clue. Number of holes of course. Number of holes of course. Well, a golf course has 18 holes. Oh, whoops, this N, I think, is not supposed to be there. Here we go. So now, I was going to say that N prevents it being 18, but E-I-G-H-T-E-N, yeah, 18. It's got to be 18. So this is just a clue with a cryptic definition where you have to figure out that, course can refer to a golf course, that sort of thing. So I'm going to say the answer is 18. Let's see if we can get this. Yeah, we've gotten all the clues we're going to get for this one. So let's see if we can figure it out. Cowboy beneath this. Stenson. So a Stenson is like a cowboy hat is a Stenson. And of course a cowboy is beneath their hat. So it's got to be Stenson. All right. Vegas Estate holds, for example, helium neon. Helium is He, yeah, because hydrogen is H, so He, neon is N. Well, helium and neon are both examples of a gas, so I'm guessing that letter is A. Helium, neon, Vegas Estate, gas. Vegas Estate holds, e.g., helium neon. So Vegas Estate or Estate holds. I'm not sure. Let's see if we can get that bottom answer, and then maybe that'll help us with this clue. Eagle's nest unknown in North American Lake, or N American Lake, probably more importantly. Eagle's nest unknown in North American Lake. Well, most likely the word we're looking for is some definition of eagle, because often apostrophe S isn't a possessive, it's a way of hiding the word is, as in an eagle is, and then you get the definition or the wordplay in the rest of the clue. Nest unknown in North American Lake. It could also just be a possessive, and you're just reading too much into it. That's basically what you're trying to figure out with every single clue. North American lake. Unknown. Eagle's nest. The word unknown is really throwing me for a loop. I'm not sure what that's supposed to indicate. Let's try this across clue and see if that helps us out. Socially inept type. Some owner driver. Ah, well. So a socially inept type can be a nerd. As much as nerds are in vogue lately, like myself. And some of owner driver, as in N-E-R-D, from the end of owner and beginning of driver, gets us nerd. Eagle's nest, unknown in North American lake. Erie? Erie is a North American lake. Unknown. Oh, unknown. An unknown can be like the letter Y or the letter X. Like in mathematics and algebra, your unknown quantity can be either the variable X or like your answer Y. So let's see if there's a word with an X or a Y in it. That is that makes sense here. Airy. Eagle's nest. An eagle's nest is an airy, which I think is spelled E-Y-R-I-E, and like Erie is spelled E-R-I-E. I learned that doing, well, looking at maps, but also doing American crosswords. So I think it's airy, which is a name for eagle's nest. All right, this bottom clue here. Whoops, here we go. Awful messy. About time for a methodical plan. Well, I see the letters S and E are there already, so I'm going to say that messy, the letters in messy in an awful order, about the letter T for time. If you ever studied any physics, the letter T is often used as the variable for time. Will get us a methodical plan. So, so what would that be? System? System. Yeah, it's going to be system. So that's a pretty loose definition of methodical plan, I think. But if you have a system for doing things, then I guess you have a methodical plan for them. All right, let's figure out this last one. Vegas estate holds, for example, helium, neon. Vegas. Oh, gases. Okay. So the words Vegas estate in the middle of them have G-A-S-E-S, which spells gases, which does not quite complete the crossword, which means I have a mistake somewhere. So let's check and see where the errors are. Let's see if it's going to show... Oh, show errors. Click the wrong thing. Oh. Stetson, not Stenson. Stenson is just a name, I think. It's Stetson. There we go. My mistake. Stetson. Didn't have to look up any clues. Kind of figured it all out on my own. It's a nice, easy one. Hopefully that was fun to watch. Join me next time. Thanks.